So we are on an allotment plot in Fallowfield in Manchester, and the plot is run by the Young Women's Health Project for young lesbian and bisexual women across Greater Manchester. We've been working on the allotment for about 6 years, and it started as an overgrown patch, and over the process of the years we've cleared it and planted it, and the past year or two it's been actually producing good vegetables and fruits and things. One of our volunteers on the allotment is Dr. Niamh Moore, who's at the University of Manchester, and Niamh went away and spoke to some colleagues and went to some conferences and came back and said there's this idea about documenting the history and the practices of the allotment, and we talked to the young women about it, and then we did it.
You know, we were growing vegetables, but it seemed to me there were lots of things happening on the allotment, and I was quite intrigued by this and intrigued by this group and how the Young Women's Group worked and the kind of work that happened with the young women.
We wanted to make it kind of a way that was really fun and where young people could really participate and be really involved with what we were doing, and we thought the video was a really accessible way for them to do that, and it would be interesting for them and they'd learn a whole new skill set as well. Part of the idea of it was that they would explore other growing stories as well in their lives, so if they had experience before they came here or if their families had experience, they kind of come with those stories as well.
One of the reasons why our project worked well was because we already had an existing relationship with our research partner, the University of Manchester, and we shared a value base, and that already enabled us then to do the project singing from the same song sheet.
The young people involved in the project already have incredible skills with dealing with ethical issues just from life. So they're already kind of well used to dealing with all kinds of challenges and dilemmas, and being kind of attentive to that experience that young people have in terms of making the video. You know, some young people already self-selected not to appear in the video even before we came near consent forms. Yeah. You know, they were already making those decisions themselves that for whatever reason they didn't want to kind of, you know, participate in that and kind of being seen on the video, and that's happening kind of long before a consent form appears.
So there may be loads of different reasons why people choose not to give consent. However, because we're youth workers, we invite that as a conversation, and we invite people to challenge the status quo. We want people to know why they're doing things and to know why they're not doing things.
I suppose for me it has kind of changed my research practice, but in a way it's more about making that more kind of contextual and detailed, I suppose. So really clarifying for me the notion that other people have ethics and that academics aren't the only ones with ethics, and that it's really important kind of when you're working on any kind of project to value what it is that everybody's bringing to the project.
And I guess obviously we come with a whole set of ethics from our youth work practice, but we don't necessarily think of them as ethics in the same way that you do. We don't go to an ethics board, we don't get sign off for those kind of things. It's kind of day-to-day practice and procedure, and it's about making sure that people are happy and comfortable with what they're doing.